Alright, welcome on into a Christmas haul video. I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I got for Christmas, and none of it is movies. Well, none of the stuff in the video is. I did get a movie, but anyway. First up, I got some Mandalorian fruit snacks, gummy candy things, and it looks like there's 5 games in there as well. Looks like there's a crossword, a a scrambled word, a thing where I spot differences in pictures, and other things as well. So that's kind of cool. Then I got, going along with those, I got Grogu socks. I'm going to be wearing these today. Then I got some knee-high dress socks. And Joker socks. Then we got an expansion pack to Exploding Kittens. This time you can be resurrected in Zombie Kittens. Then I got a deck of Harry Potter playing cards, which I'll be breaking in today. Using those. I got a book I didn't even know existed because I thought it was just a one and done. And that is book 2 of the Candy Shop War. We read most of the first book, and it was super entertaining. Different candies had different powers that they gave kids, and it was cool. I don't think we ever finished the first book, but now I've got the second book that I wasn't even aware of. Then I got Ticket to Ride. We tried this out last night. We didn't do a very good job, but we did try it. My dad ended up winning, so kudos for him. And then, yeah, so it was pretty fun. I played it once, like, when things first started to open up again after this big old lie that we've been in since 2020. And then I got a game called The Goonies, Never Say Die. So for this one, we're probably going to watch The Goonies again and then play this with the characters and things a little bit fresher in our minds. But I think that looks pretty cool too. That one is a board game with a cool box design, actually. Here's the back of the design there. And back of the design for Trains to Ride. This one is largely the US, but it also has some places in Canada, like Vancouver, Montreal, Winnipeg, what used to be St. Paul and Calgary. Those places are all in here, but most of the places, I believe, are in the US. I managed to complete a 20-point route, which went from Vancouver to Montreal, and it was hard because my last turn to complete it, I had 9 train cars, which I'm not sure if you're allowed to do or not, because on the little legend it only goes out to 6 car lengths. If you get 6 car lengths in a turn, you get 15 extra points. But yeah, it was so fun. I really like this game. So there's a route called the Trans-American Express where you basically you get from one bottom corner up and around to the top, both top corners, and then finish, I think it looks like, in maybe New Orleans or something like that. So that route featured there. I'm not sure how well you can see that. Yeah, you can't really see what it says, but that route's the hardest one to get. But it's only worth 10 points if you get it. The one I got from Montreal to Vancouver was 20 points. We'll probably be playing this again today, having a better idea of what to do. But yeah, that is what I got for Christmas. That at least the non-movie portion. I also got the 4K for Knives Out, and I gave Dad the Blu-ray disc for it. So it was a gift for him. That's why it's not included in the video. But it was the 4K Blu-ray combo pack, and so I gave him the Blu-ray for it and kept the 4K. Which means now I gotta try and track down my own Blu-ray because I want to have all three formats. But speaking of all three formats, while I do have an existing Blu-ray and 4K for Infinity War, it was not, as to my knowledge, it's not the Cinematic Universe edition. So what I did today was order the 4K combo pack for Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, and the Avengers Infinity War Cinematic Universe Edition 4K, because I'm not sure if my Steelbook was the Cinematic Universe one. I do want to try and get the rest of the Steelbooks eventually, because there are some really awesome designs on them, but for now, just having the Infinity War and Steelbook, I might try and get the Endgame Steelbook, because the Endgame Steelbook looked pretty good. And the No Way Home Steelbook, I'll probably try and get one or two of those because they have different designs on them. But for the time being, I'll stick with just having the Infinity War one. Yeah, so that'll be in on Wednesday, the 28th of December. And so I'll be doing another haul video when those come in, and maybe at the same time, maybe maybe not too long after that, I can get shoot, what's it called? Oh, duh, the Rocket Raccoon minifigure from this Advent calendar set. Until then, I have my existing Rocket Raccoon minifigures, all three of them, with my other Guardians here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show my Guardians of the Galaxy minifigures, and next time I'll be showing the Avenger characters, like the individual Avengers, not all of my Avenger minifigures, because let's be honest, that would take a while. I have three different Tom Holland Spider-Mans, the What If version, the regular version, or the version from Homecoming, Civil War, and the one from the Iron Spider suit. So that would take a while, because I also have a ton of Iron Man and two Tony Starks. And I would count all three variants of Pepper as Avengers, because she's suited up in Endgame as Rescue. But anyway, eventually I'll also be counting the Guardians of the Galaxy as Avengers, because they technically are now. Since Endgame and Infinity War, they are now technically Avengers. But they're also their own guys. So when I get Rocket, I'll decide whether or not to show him and the other Guardians with my Avengers guys. But in the meantime, we have Infinity War Star-Lord, Mad Titan Gamora from What If, Advent Calendar Star-Lord from the Guardians Holiday Special, with some sort of foot gear to be flying, I guess. It's cool that they included that. I might end up giving the second pair of headphones to this version of Star-Lord. I think that would be fitting for the character. Then we have regular Gamora from Infinity War, which was included in a set that she was not actually present in the film. The Guardian ship, when they go and confront Thanos on Titan, she wasn't there. She was dead by then. Then we have the original Rocket in orange from the No Escape from Nowhere set that had brick-built Groot, Nebula, one of the not Outriders, but one of the Sakaran Ninja Turtle guys, as Peter called him. Peter Quill, Star-Lord. People call him Star-Lord. Then given that I'm pretty sure Thor is going to be included in Guardians Volume 3, and if not, we already fought alongside him in Love and Thunder. We have Endgame Thor, because he also had adventures with them in Infinity War, where he went off with Rocket and Groot, which is where that version of Thor came from, right there, from Thor's Weapon Quest in Infinity War set. Then we have Teen Groot, Infinity War variant. I gave him a sword, but he came with the vine. Then we have a character that I added a helmet to is the original Nebula from that Guardians of the Galaxy set that I mentioned for Rocket. And speaking of Groot, here's the Christmas tree variant. This one looks a little bit more muscular on the minifigure than the other one did, but that's because in the holiday special and Guardians Volume 3, they decided to make Groot a Hulk-like character instead of what I feel like he should be. Now, the Hulk look for Groot is kind of starting to grow on me a bit, but it's weird having him still be super thin in Love and Thunder, and then all of a sudden, boom, Hulk in less than a year's time. That doesn't make any sense. Then we have Drax with the wrong holiday sweater on. This one has Baby Groot and musical notes. But in the holiday special, if you were paying attention, his Christmas sweater actually has a cat with heat vision. So I wonder why Lego didn't do that design, but whatever. This one's still really cool. It shows that he enjoys Groot. He wants to be friends with him or something. Then we have Guardians Volume 2 Rocket Raccoon. This is the one that came in the set with Taserface, and yes, that is a ridiculous name. They make fun of it so much in the movie. He's literally only there for comedic relief. Then we have Calendar Mantis, not Nebula. Here's Calendar Nebula with Rocket's gun. Boom. And a bigger present than she was supposed to have. It's only supposed to be the bottom three and then the circle. And she has a circle hat, so like a fez or something, I don't know. And then we have T'Challa as Star-Lord. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, you were amazing. Yeah. Then we have Volume 2 Mantis, which has pretty much the identical outfit to her calendar counterpart, but they did change it up slightly. I wish she was in a holiday outfit, but oh well, that's fine. Holiday Thanos gear or snowman. Technically not a minifigure, but whatever. And the Infinity War rocket that came with Thor and Whip Groot. This is the version from Thor's Weapon Quest, I believe. And I gave him this semi-automatic or like machine gun thing, or submachine gun. Maybe it's a submachine gun. But anyway, I gave him an extra gun. That's the point. In the near future, I'll be giving both of my versions of Mantis additional weapons or tools to use. but I haven't gotten there yet. Maybe I'll give one of them Santa's sack from the sleigh here. Or maybe since one of them has a guitar, I'll give one of them Star-Lord's subwoofer. Boom. She has the subwoofers. That looks ridiculous. I'm not actually going to keep it like that. But yeah, so there's my Guardians of the Galaxy characters. Those are just the heroes, obviously, because I mentioned I have one of the Sakaran soldiers. I think that's it. I don't think, unless Thanos counts, because I don't have Ronin, and I'm missing a variant of Rocket, as I pointed out. So yeah, those are my Guardians of the Galaxy minifigures. So hopefully you enjoyed this minifigure showcase. Oh, I gave Thor an added gun too. I'll show that. Thor has an added. I think this one's more of a bolt rifle or something. But, yeah. As if he didn't want to mess with Thor enough as it is, because of his lightning powers and his axe or hammer, depending on which version it is. The blaster would definitely do the trick. Don't mess with him. Don't want to mess with this version of Rocket either. He'll make you writhe. I live for the simple things, like how much this is gonna hurt. Yeah, right, little man. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Rocket Raccoon. That's who said that, so hopefully that doesn't go against copyrights, because I gave credit. You all heard me give credit, right? Maybe. Yeah, anyway, that is all for this. What started off as like a 5-minute video has turned into a 17-minute video, so that is all, folks. That's all, folks.